In this video lecture, we will cover 32-bit thumb 2 instructions of ARM Cortex M3 instruction set. I recommend to view the previous lectures on ARM Cortex M3 instruction set 16-bit thumb instructions. The link of those videos are given in the description box. Please refer the link and first see the part 1 to part 3 lectures, and after that you continue with the part 4. Now here we will going to cover the 32-bit thumb 2 instructions. This thumb 2 instruction is the superset of the instruction in ARM Cortex M3. Compare with the ARM 7 TDMI. In ARM 7 TDMI, we have the two mode. One is the ARM mode and second one is the thumb mode. And we require to change the state from ARM mode to the thumb mode or vice versa. Similarly, in this case, we have the 16-bit and 32-bit instructions, but here we need not to change the state from thumb mode to the ARM mode, because here ARM 32-bit instruction completely replaced with the new set of the thumb 2 instructions, and this thumb 2 instruction is of 32-bit. Hence there is a superset created over the ARM Cortex instruction set, so that we do not require to change the state. So ARM to thumb state change is not required and vice versa. So there is no state changing in the ARM Cortex M3. Whereas in ARM 7 TDMI, the state should be changed before executing the ARM or thumb instruction. You remember one thing is that the ARM Cortex M3 is not downward compatible, and so that we have to use the program especially for ARM Cortex M3. But the thumb instructions of ARM 7 TDMI can be run on the ARM Cortex M3, but thumb 2 instructions are not able to run on the ARM 7 TDMI. So we have to require the fresh program for the ARM Cortex M3 whenever we are using the thumb 2 instructions. Now the thumb 2 instructions are the 90% instructions are similar to the thumb instructions. Only change is the thumb instructions are 16-bit, whereas thumb 2 instructions are 32-bit. So here the only change is the size and some conditions. Now you remember one thing, the instructions with S, that will going to update the flags, and when we omit the S, this will not going to affect the flags. The S also indicate the one more thing, this bracket, that is curly bracket, indicate that this is the optional one. If we insert S there, it means that it will going to update the flag. If you don't insert the S, the flags will not be affected. Plus sign indicate the whole instruction will going to affect the flag irrespective of this insertion of S. Now to support the immediate data of commonly required value ranges, many thumb 2 instructions use an immediate data encoding scheme. .w indicate word size, that is 32-bit. So every thumb 2 instructions having the extension .w, NOP.w, that is no operation, ADC in curly bracket S, .w, rd, rn, hash, modify constant, immediate 12-bit. Here add register value, immediate value and carry flag to the register value and store the result in rd. .w, rd, rn, hash, modify constant, immediate 12-bit. In this, add register value and immediate value to the register and store the result. So this add without carry flag. rd, rn, rm, shift. Now here RM is going to shift to the left and the content is added to the RN register content and the result will be stored into the RD register. Add w.w rd, rn, hash immediate 12-bit data. Here we have to modify the constant here, that is immediate 12-bit data, that is added with the RN register content, and the result will be stored into the RD register. Next is the ADC s.w rd, rn, rm shift. Now here we have to add the register value shifted register with the shifted register value along with the carry flag. Now here the RN plus we have to shift the content of RM, specified the bit position in the shift to the left, and we have to add along with the carry flag, and the result will be stored into the RD. So RM is shifted to the left to the bit position specified in the shift. Instruction is add.w rd, rn, hash modify constant immediate 12-bit. Now here this is the AND instruction, that is logical instruction. So bitwise AND the content of this register RN with the content of this immediate value, and the result will be stored into the destination register. And s.w rd, rn, rm shift. Now here first this RM register is shifted to the left and the content is logically ANDing with the content of RM, and result will be stored into the RD register. ASR yes.w rd, rn, rm. Now here ASR indicate the arithmetic shift right by a number in the register. Content of RN is shifted to the right, specified the bit position in the RM, and the result will be stored into the RD register. Now this S is optional. If I insert S here, it will going to affect the flag. Otherwise this instruction does not affect the flag register. Next are the branching instructions. B.w label, it is unconditional branch. Now this instruction is the thumb 2 instruction, that is 32-bit instruction. In thumb instruction we use B label, and in 32-bit thumb 2 instruction we have to use B.w. Now we can insert here condition. Already in last few lectures we have seen the conditions, that is less than, greater than, if 0, not 0, equal to, not equal to, etc. We can insert that condition here. So B the condition dot W, that is known as the conditional branch. BL label, branch with the link register. Next instruction is BFC dot W RD, hash LSB, hash width. This instruction is used to clear the bit fields. RD is the register whose bit positions indicated here, that should be clear. Consider here one example. If we load the RD with the value 1 2 3 4 FFFFH, and if I give the instruction BFC.W R0, hash 4, hash 8. So LSB position is 4. So we have to go to the bit D4, that is D0, D2, D0, D2, D3 and D4. So we have to start with this position, that is D4 position. Now next we have to see the width. Now width is 8-bit. So here we can see this is 4-bit, this is 4-bit. So 4-bit plus 4-bit, it is become 8-bit. Width is given 8-bit. So we have to select these positions. So after execution of this instruction, the content of R0 is equal to 1 2 3 4 F00F. Now this instruction is going to clear the bit specified in the instruction. So LSB start from the D0 position. Width is 8-bit. So 00, this is 4-bit, this is 4-bit, total become 8-bit, and the starting bit is the D4. So here starting bit is the D4. If you write down the binary of this, you will get the bit positions, and then you make the 8 bit to 0 and then convert into the hexadecimal. You will get F00F. Now here we can specify any bit position and we can specify any width here, and we can clear that particular bit field. Now in other words, we can say that these are the bit manipulation instructions. Next instruction is the bit field insertion, that is BFI dot W RD comma RN comma hash the LSB comma the width. So this will give the position of that particular bit, and this will give the width, that is how many bits we are using here. So this instruction, that is bit field insertion instruction, copy any number of bits which is specified in the width from one register to the any location which is specified in the LSB in another register. Now consider one example here. Now consider we have to load R0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 in the R0 register using LDR instruction. Then using the next instruction LDR R1, I am going to insert the value, immediate value in R1, that is 3355ACC. If I execute the instruction BFI dot W R1, so this is the R1, clearly we can see the R1 here, R1 comma R0, so R1 is the destination RD, R0 is the RN. Now hash 8 indicate the LSB and width is 16, that is 16 bit. So here now first find out the D8 position. So D8 position is, this is 4, this is 4 8, so it will start from this A. It is 16 bit, so 4 4 4 4. So now this is become the 16 bit. Now these bits is going to affect with this instruction. Now here it will going to copy the content from R0, that is 16 bit data, that is 0 to 15, D0 to T15 16 bit data, that is 5 6 7 8 to this position, because we have to specify in the instruction that we have to insert the bit from the location D8, and the width is provided 16. So here first 16 bit is copied to that particular position. So here this 33 will remain same, this CC will be remain same. So after execution of this instruction, only the 55A is replaced with the new data which is specified in the R0. So content of R0 is transferred to the R1 specified in the instruction, that is position is D8 and width is the 16. So first 16 bits selected from this source Rn, that is here R0, and the 16 bit is transferred to the register R1. So here the 5 and double A is replaced with the data 5 6 7 8. You can clearly see here the 5 6 7 8. So this is copied from the register R0 to the register R1. So after execution of this instruction, the R1 become 3 3 5 6 7 8 CCH. This way we can specify any starting bit position and we can specify any width here. And here if I specify 8 here, so only 8 bit will be affected. Instructions are bit clear instructions. So here BIC S in curly bracket dot W RD comma RN comma hash modify constant immediate 12 bit. So this instruction is going to clear the bit. The operation is very simple, and the operation performed is first that will going to negate the immediate value, and then it will ending with the content of Rn, and the result that will be transferred to the RD register. So result stored in the RD register doing this operation. Many times this bit clear instruction is also known as ending with the negate value. Ending with the negate value. So BIC RD comma Rn, here also the content of Rn is going to negate. Then it is logically ANDing with the content of RD, and the result will be stored in the RD. Next instruction is BIC.W RD, RM, RM. In this case, the negate of RM is logically ANDing with the RN, and the data will be stored into the RD register. C.W RD, RN, RM shift. Here the content of RM is shifted to the left, then the content is going to complement. We have to take the negate of the content after shifting, and then logically ANDing with the content of Rn, and the data stored in the, that is result, will be stored in the RD register. You remember the content of Rm is shifted to the left, then we have to take the negate of that value and ANDing with the content of Rn, and whatever the result, that will be stored into the RD register. Next instruction is the counting of the leading zeros in the register value. So the register is given Rn, and this instruction is going to count the zeros, and after counting the zero which is present in the Rn register, the count that will be, whatever the count may be, suppose there will be the 50, then 5 will be transferred to the RD register. If there are 11 zeros, the 11 will be transferred to the RD register. Instruction is the exclusive access for the semaphore. We know the concept of semaphores, that will going to control the resources on the operating system. Semaphores allows that only one particular device can use one resources. So if for controlling that part, now if the process has started an exclusive access using LDREX instruction, so if I want to use that resources, I have to use the instruction load exclusive access monitor status, that is LDREX.W instruction. Now this instruction is the privileged instruction, and this is operating system related instruction. So here if I want to use any particular resources, I have to execute this instruction. I have to load the exclusive access monitor status. After execution of this, if semaphore is available, and that will set the semaphore for that particular resources. After using the resources, we have to clear the access. So after using the resources, again we have to use the instruction clear ex.w. So we have to, CLR means clear, ex is the exclusive access, so we have to clear the exclusive access monitor status. Now this is the method how to use the semaphore and how to use the resources. Using clear ex and using LDREX, we can use the resources, and particularly that will going to set or clear the semaphores. .w rn hash modify constant immediate 12-bit. This whole instruction is going to affect the flags. This instruction, CM means compare register value with 2's complement of immediate value. So n means the negate, so the 2's complement of this immediate value is calculated, and that will compare with the value of register Rn. CMN.W Rn, RM, shift. CRN, RM, shift. So here we have to compare the register value with 2's complement of the register value. Now this register value is calculated using the shifting operation to the left. Instruction affect the flag register, although we are not inserting S here. W Rn, hash modify constant immediate bit. Now this is a simple compare operation. In this compare operation, the immediate data is compared with the value present in the Rn, and the flags are affected. CMP compare instruction .w Rn, RM, shift. So first the content of Rm is shifted, which is specified here, to the left, and then it is compared with the register Rn, and the result means it will going to affect the flags. Barrier and memory barrier instructions. In case of the Cortex M3, it supports a number of barrier instructions. So mainly there are three instructions are there, that is DMB, data memory barrier, DSB, data synchronization barrier, and ISB instruction, that is instruction synchronization barrier. In case of the Cortex, these instructions are needed whenever we have to use the memory. So whenever there is memory related operation, maybe read, maybe write, in that case we have to use these instructions, because the memory related system is very much complex, and so that we have to use these instructions. If memory barrier instruction we are not using, then that give rise to the race around conditions. So it means that there will be the fault in the memory. So memory faults are occur if we not use these instructions. So to avoid the memory fault, we have to use DMB, DSB and ISB type of instructions whenever it required. Now in case of the DMB instruction, so the memory map can be switched by hardware. After writing to the memory switching register, you should use the DSB instruction. So after writing to the memory, we have to use the DMB instruction. In some cases, this might result in an invalid access if the memory switching and memory access happen at the same time. Now here, the memory switching and memory access, if occur at the same time, that will be give rise to the invalid access. So that particular memory location can be treated as a invalid address. So whenever we execute any operation related with the memory, then we have to use the instruction data memory barrier, that is DSB instruction, and then after that we can do the memory related operations. Next is the data synchronization barrier. Similarly here, the memory requires some time to write the data. So if we are using the multiple data at a time, then we have to synchronize the particular operation. The previous data writing should be completed, and then we have to write down the next data. So here the synchronization can be achieved using the instruction DSB. So after execution of the instruction DSB, we can use the memory related operation. Instruction synchronization barrier. Now this instruction, ISB instruction, going to flushes the pipeline and ensures that all previous instructions are completed before executing the new instruction. Instructions. So EOR in curly bracket yes dot w rd comma rn comma hash modify constant immediate 12 bit. Here the exclusive OR operation going to perform between the register Rn, the content of register Rn, and the immediate data. The result will be stored into the destination register Rd. So here the operation will be performed in between Rn and immediate data, and the result will be stored into the Rd. Is the EOR dot w. So in curly bracket there is yes, it is optional. Rd comma Rn comma Rm shift. In this case, first Rm is shifted, and then it will exclusive OR with the content of Rn. In first case, the Rm is shifted, and then it will be exclusive OR with the content of register Rn, and the data result will be stored into the destination register Rd. M in curly bracket IA or db dot w Rn, then in curly bracket the exclamatory sign and the registers. So here you remember LD is the load, M is for the multiple. So load multiple, this instruction is the load multiple memory register, and IA indicate the increment after, and or db indicate the decrement before. So after execution of this instruction, that there will be the increment of the pointer, or before execution of the instruction there will be decrement of the pointer. We can specify in the instruction whether we are using the increment of the pointer or decrement of the pointer. If we use IA, that will be the increment of pointer. If we are using DB, that will be the decrement of pointer. You remember that the increment of pointer is possible only after the execution of the instruction. So after execution of instruction, the increment operation will be performed, but decrement operation is performed before the execution of actual transfer. So before loading, the decrement of pointer will be done, and then the operation will be performed. And then these are the load instructions. There is LDR.W RXF. It is the register where the data will be loaded. So RXF, you remember this. In this case, the data will be loaded. So LD stand for load, R is register. You can specify any register here. Now here the data from memory is loaded into this register. Now the first instruction RN comma hash offset 12-bit. So we have to read the memory word from the base address plus the offset which is present in the instruction immediately. So we have to specify here 12-bit offset. So this 12-bit offset is going to add with the base address which is present in RN register, and the data from that particular physical location will be loaded into the register RXF specified here. Now here we have to calculate the physical address in different way. So here the offset is 8-bit, here offset is 12-bit. So here 8-bit offset is added with the content of RN, that will be created a physical address, and the data from that physical address loaded into the register RXF. In this instruction, you observe the plus or minus sign. This plus or minus sign indicate that the offset may be positive offset or offset may be negative offset. So we can increment, we can take the we can add that offset here if there is plus sign, or you can subtract the offset from the RN if there is minus sign. So this is optional. Now here we have to read the memory word from the base register address with immediate 8-bit value offset, where we have to use the pre-indexing. So this instruction is a pre-indexed instruction. LDR.W RXF RN comma RM LSL hash shift. So read memory word from the base register address with the shifted register value offset. So shift is range of the 0 to 3. We have to shift, that is low, shifting to the left side. The register is RM, and then the content is added with the content of RN. Here we are getting the physical address, and the data which is present at that physical address, that will fetch into the register RXF. LDR.W RXF PC comma hash offset. So here the offset is added with the program counter, and whatever the physical address will be, from that address the data will be transferred to the register RXF. LDR.W PC comma RN comma hash offset 12-bit. So here offset is the 12-bit that will be added into the register RN. This is, so base address is available in the register RN, and the whatever the physical address we have calculated, from that physical address the data will be transferred to the program counter. So basically this instruction is going to change the control, that is we have to change the control of the program. So in that case we have to use the LDR.W PC comma RN comma hash offset 12-bit data. Now similarly we have the 8-bit offset, then also we have the indexed, that is pre-indexed offset. LDR.W PC comma RN comma RM comma LSL hash shift. This instruction is going to shift the content of RM register to the left, and that will be added to the register content RN, and that will create the physical address, and the data which is present at that physical address, that will be loaded into the program counter. LDR.W PC comma hash offset 12 bit. So directly the offset positive or negative, so directly that offset added with the PC, and the physical address is calculated. From that physical address, whatever the data may be, that will be transferred to the program counter. Here the physical address is calculated where the base address present in the RN register, offset is provided immediately in the instruction, and base address plus offset that will be acts as the physical address, and the data which is present at that physical address that will transfer to the register RxF. We have to specify here in the instruction. Now you remember that LDRB instruction only transfer the byte. LDRB instruction only transfer the byte, that is the 8 bit from the memory. LDRB.W RxF RN comma hash, here offset is 8 bit. So 8 bit offset is added with RN, here 12 bit offset is added with RN, and then we have to calculate the physical address. LDRB.W RxF RN comma hash offset 8. So indexed is used here, that is pre-indexed. So here we have to use a pre-indexing method, and the data from the memory that will be loaded into the RxF. So here also only one byte is transferred from the memory to the register RxF. LDRB.W RxF RM comma LSL shift. In first case, the RM is shifted to the left to the bit position specified in the shift here, that is immediately we have to specify that bit position. Now that will be acts as the offset. The offset added with the base address present in the RN register, and the physical address is calculated. Then the data which is present at that physical address that will be shifted to the, that will be copied to the RxF. So this instruction load the data in the register RxF from the memory. So this is memory read operation. Remember here also only byte is transferred. One byte is transferred using this instruction. LDRB.W RxF PC comma hash offset 12 bit. So this instruction is also going to read the memory, and here the physical address is calculated. Now base address, PC acts as the base address here, and in that address we have to add the offset, and the new physical address will be calculated, and from that physical address the data will be transferred to the register RxF. LDRD.W. So here there are two registers, that is RxF1, RxF2, and remember here this is RD, so it will going to read the double word. So D indicate the double word, not a single word, and we know that the double word means the 64 bit. So here the 64 bit data is transferred to the register from the memory. This instruction is the pre-indexed instruction. Here the 64 bit data is transferred from the memory to the register, to different register, because one register is of 32 bit, second register is of 32 bit. So here the 64 bit data can be transferred to the two register which is present in the processor. Next instruction is LDRD.W. The two registers are there because there is the double word, and in case of the double word we require the two register. In case of load, the data will be loaded into these two register. Now only see how the offset, how the physical address is calculated in both cases. Only the difference is in the physical address calculation. Here we are using the pre-indexing, here no pre-indexing is used, only there is a post-indexing. There is no pre-indexing, only there is a post-indexing. LDREX.W RxF comma RN comma hash offset 8 into 4. Now you remember here there is also into 4 into 4. So here that will be going to align the 4 bytes, that is 32 bit. So here there will be the exclusive loading word from the base register address with the immediate offset. ldrexb.w rxf comma rn. So exclusive load byte from the register address. So it's a very simple instruction. Exclusive load the half word from the register address. So H indicate the half word, B indicate the byte. Then here the word is transferred, here double word is transferred. So here double word is transferred. You remember, you can see the words here, that is D. It indicates the D, that is D dot W double word. And here 64-bit data is transferred from the memory to the two different register. Here you can see here the word is transferred, that is 32-bit. Here byte is transferred, that is 8-bit. And here if you say the half word is transferred, that is 16-bit, that is 16-bit. ldrh.w rxf comma rn comma hash offset 12-bit. If you observe the 4 instructions, so that will going to transfer the half word, that is 16-bit data. Only you can see here the register is specified here. So data that will be fetched from the memory, that will be stored into this register rxf. You can see here. Now only the change is the calculation of physical address. So how to calculate the physical address? You remember rn contain the base address. In first method the offset is directly given. In second method the offset is given, but the offset is of 8-bit. Here we have the facility to make the offset positive or make the offset negative. Here the positive negative option is also available, facility is available, and offset is of 8-bit. Now here we are using the pre-indexed method. Here pre-indexing is not available. Here in this case the offset is calculated like that. So first this content of RM is shifted to the left with the bit position specified here in the instruction, and then the content is added with the base address and the physical address is calculated. So here in these instructions the data from the memory that will be transferred to the register RxS specified in the instruction. Here in this case the half word is transferred. Half word means the 16-bit. In next case, here also ldrh.w rxf comma pc comma hash plus minus offset 12. Now this is a very simple instruction. This is a load instruction, and the data from memory is loaded into this register. The base address is present in PC, whereas offset given in immediately in the instruction, which is 12-bit. And one more facility is given. The offset we can provide the offset may be positive or may be negative. We can specify in the instruction. ldrsb dot w rxf rn comma hash offset 12-bit. So we have to read the memory byte from the base register address and immediate 12-bit value offset with the S indicate the sign extended here. Here S indicate the sign extended and copy to the register RxF. So data is copied to the register RxF from the memory. So this S indicate the signed extent. You remember S indicate the sign extent and B indicates the byte. Byte means 8-bit. LD stands for the load, R is stand for the register. So we have to load the register with the signed extended byte. So byte is 8-bit. LDRSB, again it is signed byte. Only the format is different. How to calculate the physical address? Here offset is 12-bit. Now here offset is 8-bit. Here there is no facilities given of positive or negative. Only we have to add here, means the offset is positive here always. Here the facility is available that we can add that offset using plus sign, or we can subtract from the RN. So only the change is the how to calculate the physical address here. Here also only one byte is transferred from the memory to the register. Next instruction is ldr.sb.w rxf comma rn comma hash plus minus offset 8-bit. Now if you compare these two instructions, only the change is what? I think we will first discuss the similarity. I think there are many similarities. This is also a signed transfer. Here also is signed extended transfer. B indicate the byte. Here also B is indicate the byte. All things are same. Only the change is that this instruction is post-indexed instruction, whereas this instruction is the pre-indexed instruction. So this sign indicate the pre-indexed instruction. LDRSB.W, LDRSB.W. You compare these two instruction. Now here RxF, it is the destination register. The data from memory will be loaded into RxF register. Here the base address is Rn, whereas here base address is PC. Here the offset is calculated as like the first content of RM is shifted to the left, specified with the bit position here immediately in the instruction. So shift. So here if #2, it means that it shifted to the 2-bit position. So likewise that. Yes indicate here the sign extended, B indicate the byte, that is 8-bit. Now here offset is 12-bit and it is plus or minus. Next is the LDRSH.W RxF Rn, hash offset 12-bit. So here the half word, that is 16-bit, is transferred from the memory to the register RxF. Rn has the base address and the offset is given immediately in the instruction. Next is the LDRSH.W RxF, Rn, hash plus minus offset 8-bit. Here the half word, that is 16-bit, is transferred from the memory to the register RxF. The base register is present, base address is present in the Rn register and offset is provided in the instruction. LDRSH.W RxF, Rn, hash plus minus offset 8. So offset that will be added into the Rn with this sign and the physical address is calculated and data that available at that physical address that will be transferred to the register RxF. Now this instruction is the post-indexed instruction. Similarly, the pre-indexed instruction is also available. So LDRSH.W RxF, Rn, hash plus minus offset 8 with the pre-indexing method. This instruction transfer the half word, that is 16-bit, from memory to the register RxF. LDRSH.W RxF, Rn, Rm, LSL hash shift. Similarly, the next instruction, so you can compare these two instructions. Here we have to load the RxF register in both cases. In both cases, this is a sign extended. In both cases, we have to transfer the half word. But here Rn has the base address, whereas here the PC has the base address. Here offset is given immediately in the instruction, but here we have to calculate the offset by shifting the left the content of Rm with the bit position specified in the shift. Next is the LDRT.W RxF, Rn, hash offset 8-bit. So this instruction is going to store the word store with the translation. So to indicate the translation, this instruction basically used in the privileged mode. This instruction related with the operating system. So write to the base register address with the immediate offset and with user access level. LDR-BT.W RxF, Rn, hash offset 8-bit. This instruction is also privileged mode instruction used by the operating system. So byte store with the translation, T indicate the translation, B indicate the byte, and that will write to the base register address with immediate offset and with user access level. LDR-HT.W RxF, Rn, hash offset 8-bit. Now H indicate the half word. So here it will transfer the 16-bit data. T indicate the translation. Again this instruction is of the privileged mode instruction. that will write to the base register address with the immediate offset and with user access level. LSL optional s dot w rd comma rn comma rm. Now this instruction is logically shift to the left the register. The content of rn is shifted to the left and specified by the instruction, specified the number which is present in the rm. So content of rn is shifted to the left, the number shifted to the left by the number which is specified in the instruction rm. So content of rn shifted to the left by the number specified in the register rm, and the result that will be transferred to the register rd. lsr dot w rd comma rn comma rm. So here there is a shifting to the right position. So here the content of rm is shifted to the right position specified by the number present in the register rm. mul.w rd comma rn comma rm. So content of rm is multiplied with the content of rn and result will be stored into the register rd. Now you can compare. So mla multiply and accumulate. So the multiply two signed or unsigned register values and add the load 32 bit to the register value. Content of rn is multiply with the content of rm plus added with the accumulate register. You can specify any register here for accumulate. So we require minimum 4 registers to execute these multiple accumulate instruction. So there will be the multiplication between the content of these two registers and adding with this value. So here the result will be stored into the rd register. mls.w rd comma rn comma rm comma r accumulate. So multiply and subtract. So here s indicate the subtract. Multiply and subtract the two signed or unsigned register, so that is rn and rm, and subtract the low 32 bit from the register value. So here rn into rm, the product is subtracted from the r accumulate register and the result will be loaded into the register rd. Now these two instructions, MRS and MSR, these are the specially privileged instructions, and here these are the special instructions. So we have the special registers, for example the flag register, then fault mask, pre-mask, etc. Again, so that we have to use this instruction MRS. So this MRS instruction will copy the content of special register to the register RD. MSR instruction copied the content of register to the special register. So whenever we want to exchange the data or transfer the data from special register to the register or register to the special register, we have to use the instruction MRS and MSR. Next instruction is the ORing instruction. Now you remember here ORN, N indicates the negate, dot W RD comma RN comma hash modify constant. So bitwise OR not the register value with immediate value, and the result will be transferred into the RD. ORN S dot W RD comma RN comma RM shift. So first the content of RM is shifted by the number specified in the shift here, then it will going to negate, and then it will ORing with the content of RN. Then the data will be transferred to the register RD. ORR dot W RD comma RN comma hash modify constant immediate 12-bit data. So here bitwise OR operation is possible. So bitwise OR operation is done here, and between bitwise OR register value with immediate value. So content of RN is bitwise ORing with the constant immediate value, and the result will be stored into the RD register. Similarly here, the RM is shifted to the left, and then it is ORing with the content of RM, and then the result will be shifted to the RD. The instruction is related with the pop and push. Already we have seen this instruction in the thumb instruction set, that is 16-bit thumb instruction set. Now here it is extended to the 32-bit. So pop.w registers comma PC. So here pop the register from the stack, here pop the registers and PC from the stack. Push instruction, so used to store the data on the top of the stack. So push registers or push register comma LR. So these instructions are used so here in case of the stack memory manipulation, read or write manipulation, you have to use the push and pop instructions. So only in case of the 32-bit thumb 2 instructions we have to add here .w r bit.w rd comma rm. So this instruction is going to reverse the bit order. Remember, this instruction is going to reverse the bit order of RM, and then it will be stored into the RD. rev.w rd comma rm. So this instruction is going to reverse the byte, that is byte is the 8-bit, and then it will transfer to the register RD. So here the content of RM is reversed, so byte is rearranged in the reverse manner, and then it will be transferred to the register RD. Reverse 16, so here the reverse the byte in each of the half word, and then the data will be transferred into RD. The reverse sh, so here reverse the half word with the sign extended of RN, content of RN, and then it will be transferred to the register RD. These instructions, that is reverse instruction, is very useful in case of the big Indian or little Indian data transfer. Next instructions are the rotate instructions, that is ROR.W RD comma RN comma RM. This is a very simple instruction. ROR means rotate right. So content of RN is rotated to the right by the number specified in the instruction RM, and the result will be stored into the register RD. RSB.W RD comma RN comma hash modified constant. So reverse subtract. So this is the reverse subtract register value from the immediate value. Similarly, the same instruction is available with the shift. So here RM is shifted, so reverse subtract register value from the shifted register value. So register value is shifted, so here subtract register value from the immediate value. Here RRX.W RD comma RM, so rotate to the right, extended by 1 bit. So rotate to the right, extended by 1 bit. You remember this instruction. sbc.w rd comma rn comma hash modified constant. So these two instructions, if you observe, this is the subtract instruction. In case of the subtract, we know the data is subtracted from register rn. Here the immediate value is provided, which is 12-bit. It is SBC, C indicate the carry flag. So here we know that carry, subtracting with carry. So here we can say here the carry bit is also used in this subtraction, and the result will be transferred into the RD. Here the content of RM is shifted to the left by the number specified in this position, and it will be subtracted from the register RN, and the data will be stored into the RD. sbfx.w rd comma rn comma hash lsb comma hash the width. So this instruction copy bit field from the register and sign extended to the 32-bit. You remember one more thing is here, the starting bit position is provided and width is provided. Within that particular bit positions, this instruction will be operated. sdiv.w rd comma rn comma rm. This is the sign divide. So Rn divided by Rm, the operation is performed, and the result will be transferred into the RD. SEV, this instruction is the operating system related instruction that will going to send the event. SMLAL.W RD low, RD high, Rn comma Rm. So multiply signed words and add signed extended value to two register value. Here the operation is very simple. So Rn into Rm is performed first, then it will added with the content of Rd high and Rd low, and the result will be transferred to the register Rd high and Rd low. Then S mul dot W Rd low, Rd high, Rn comma Rm. Similarly, these two registers are multiplied, content of these two registers are multiplied, and the result will be transferred in this register. SSAT dot W Rd comma hash immediate comma Rn shift. So here signed saturated SS means signed saturated shift registers value to the bit position in immediate value, update Q flag if saturation takes place. If the result is not placed within that particular bit limit, then the saturation flag will be set or updated. STM, then increment after or decrement before dot W Rn, we are using here pre-indexing method registers. So write multiple register was to consecutive memory locations and increment after or decrement. str.w rxf rn comma hash offset 12. So strw 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 strw. So there are 4 str instructions. There are 4 different syntax. In store instruction, the data which is present in this register, that will be transferred to the memory whose address is specified here. So we can calculate the physical address where the base address is present in Rn and offset is given here. Now you compare these instructions. So content of RxF means the data that to be loaded into the memory, that to be transferred to the memory, and this operation is the memory write operation. Base address is always present in the Rn register. You can compare. Only the offset is provided in the different ways. In first case, there is the immediate offset 12 bit provided in the instruction. In the next case, offset is 8 bit provided with the plus and minus sign. Next, here also offset is 8 bit provided with plus minus sign. Along with it is the pre-indexing. This is post-indexing. This is pre-indexing. Then here we have to provide the offset by shifting logically left by the number specified here of the register content Rm, and that will be acts as the offset. Base address is always present in the Rm, so offset is added. So whatever that offset, that will be added into this base register and physical address is calculated. The data which is present in the register RxF, that will be transferred to the physical address. So this is the memory write operation. strb.w, you can again see these are the 4 instructions, and the base address is provided here Rn. Only the change is here because here we are transferring the double word. Here we are transferring the double word, that is the 64 bit. Here we are transferring the double word, that is 64 bit to the memory. So we are writing the 64 bit to the memory. Now here you can see the offset, how the base address is present in the Rn register, and offset is calculated in 4 different ways. Already we have seen how the offset is calculated. So first 12 bit is directly given in the instruction. Second, offset is 8 bit with plus and minus. Third, offset is 8 bit but it is pre-indexed. This is the post-indexed. And fourth method is we have to shift the content to the left specified by the number which is present in the instruction, that is shift, and then that will be acts as the offset. So there are 4 different methods for the calculation of offset, and the Rn has the base address. So base address plus offset is the physical address, and here the data present in the RxF, that will be transferred to the physical address. Here the same thing is occur. This is the pre-indexed method. Again it is multiply with the 4, means it is the word align, 4 byte align, that is word align. Then it will going to write the double word to the memory from the base register with the immediate offset, and it is pre-indexed. This is the pre-indexed one. STRE.W, RxF1, RxF2, Rn, comma hash offset 8 into 4. So this is also going to transfer the double word, that is 64 bit, to the memory from the base register address, and offset is calculated immediately with the post index tab. Here STREX.W, RxF, Rn, comma hash offset 8 into 4. So here exclusive store word from the base register address with immediate offset. So here the 32-bit data which is present in this register, 32-bit data present in this register RxF, that transferred to the memory location calculated by this base address and offset. Then STREXB.W, RxF, Rn. So exclusive store operation is performed here, and from the memory address is directly given in the register Rn. So here this is the exclusive store operation, and only the 1 byte is transferred from this register to the memory. STREXH.W, RxF, Rn. So this is the half word, H indicate the half word. So half word is stored to the memory whose address is given in directly in this register Rn. There is no offset here. STRH.W, RxF, Rn, hash offset 12 bit. So offset 12 bit is added with the base address present in the Rn. The physical address is calculated. To this physical address, the half word, that is 16 bit, is transferred from this register. So the content is stored to the memory whose address is specified here. In this two instruction, you remember that 16-bit data is transferred to the memory. In this instruction, that is STREXB, so 1 byte is transferred, that is 8-bit data is transferred. STRH.W, STRH.W, STRH.W. So these three instructions are going to store the 16-bit data to the memory. The data present in the RxF register, and that data is transferred to the memory location whose address is calculated here. Now the base address is present in Rn in these three instructions, and only there is offset provided in three different ways. First, the plus minus 8-bit offset is provided. Second case, plus minus offset 8-bit is provided with the pre-indexing. And in second position, we have to use the shifting of content of the Rm register to the left by the number specified in this position, that is shift position. Next instruction is the STRT.W, RxF, Rn, hash offset 8-bit. Now this instruction is the operating system related instruction, and this instruction is the privileged mode instruction. So in many times the words are stored to the memory location with the translation in privileged mode and write to the base address with the immediate offset and with user access level. So it will be write to the user access level from the privilege mode. STRBT.W, RxF, Rn, hash offset 8. Now here the byte is transferred to the memory location with some translation in the privilege mode, and that will write to the base register address with the offset immediately provided in the instruction with user access level. So byte is transferred, that is 8-bit is transferred in this instruction. Now in this instruction, the two instructions are same, only the difference is that here 8-bit is transferred, that is STRBT instruction, but in this instruction the half word is going to transfer. So here 16-bit is going to transfer. Subtract.W, RD, Rn, hash modify constant, immediate value is 12-bit. So the modify constant immediate value is subtracted from the content of register Rm, and the result will be transferred to the register RD. Now you compare these two instructions, SUB.W. Only the change is that here, so you subtract the shifted register value from the register. So you have to subtract the shifted register value from the RN, and data will be transferred to the register RD. Next, we have to subtract the immediate value from the register RN, subtracted from the register content RN, and the data will be transferred, that is, the result will be transferred to the register RD. sxtb.w rd comma rm, and the rotate is given here. So signed extended byte to the 32 bit. So yes indicate the sign, x indicate the extended byte to the 32 bit, and the signed destination is provided by rotating the content of register RM. So offset is provided here for the rotation, and it is rotated to the right, and it can, and that will be subtracted from the register RD, and then the data will be stored into the back to the RD. Similarly here, the sign extended, that is sxth.w, sign extended. So here byte is used, that is 8 bit is used, where here the half word is used, and the result will be transferred into the register RD. Now next instruction is tbb.w rn comma rm. So this instruction, T is indicate the table, B is the branch, and next B indicate the byte. So it is always related with the byte operation. So table, branch, byte. So rn comma rm, this is provided in the instruction. Rn acts as the base address, where rm is acts as the offset. B acts as here the byte, and H acts as here the half word. So byte is 8 bit, half word is 16 bit. Now how to use this instruction? There is one example here. So if I execute the instruction tbb.w pc comma r0, so at this position the content of program counter is added with the offset r0, and that will be calculating some value here. So this is the branch table. So immediate to this instruction we have the branch table, and DCB is indicate the 8-bit value. So define the code byte. So 8-bit value is provided here, destination 0, destination 1, destination 2, destination 3. So these are the labels. We have to provide here the labels destination 0, destination 1 up to the destination 3. Or you can provide destination 4, destination 5, destination 6. Okay, likewise that. So how many operations, how many nested subroutines you are going to execute, how many n-way branching we have to execute, we require how many decision makings. So depending on that we have to provide the destination. If we require the 4 operation, we have to provide the 4 destination. If we require the 8 operations, we require the 8 destination. So likewise that we have to use the branch table. Then if r0 content is 0, this will be jump to the location is destination 0, and it will execute this part. So we have to generally here we have to execute the instruction branch. Here also branch to the subroutine, branch to the subroutine, and in this way we can implement the nested branching scheme. The next instructions are test equivalent between the register and immediate value, and this instruction affect the flag register. So whether this is equal or not, we have to going to test it. Remember that only flags are affected. So here also the flags are affected. This is also the test equivalent between the register and shifted register. Next is the test register value for the set bit by ANDing it with the immediate value. So this register is ANDing with the immediate value, and we are going to test it. Then test the register's value for the set byte by ANDing with the shifted register. So we have to test here this RN content RN with the shifting of the RM register, and the flags are affected. So here ubfx.w rd rn lssb hash width. So copy, this instruction is copy bit field from the register and 0 extended to the 32 bit. So this instruction is only copies which is specified here, and that will be going to extend with the 0. Then mainly these instructions are similar with the BFX instruction, but here we are using the unsigned method. So again, udiv.w rd, rn, rm, this instruction is available. Operation is very simple, rn divided by rm. So there will be the divide operation and result will be stored into the rd. Note down that this operation is unsigned operation. There is unsigned multiplication. So m lal dot w rd low, rd high, comma rn, comma rm. So content of this rn and rm is multiplied, added with the rd low and rd high, and again it is transferred to the rd high and rd low. So here multiply unsigned words and add unsigned extended value to two register values. umul.w rd low, rd high, rn, rm. Only the content of rn and rm is going to multiply, and the unsigned register values and the data, the result, will be transferred to the rd low and rd high. Unsigned sat means the saturation, shifted the register, so rn content is going to shifted the value to the bit position in the immediate value, and the data will be transferred to the register rd. uxtb.w rd, rm rotate. The content of rm is rotated to the right, and it will extend it with the unsigned number, and then there will be the unsigned extension by to the 32 bit. Operation will be done using the unsigned extended by to the 32 bits, rd unsigned, so rd specified, the unsigned extended, that will be byte is given here, only byte means the 8 bit is going to perform here, and the rotation operation is performed with the content of rm, and the number is specified here. uxth.w rd, rm rotation. So unsigned extend halfward, the 16 bits are manipulated here to 32 bits, signed extend halfward to 32 bits. So operation is the rd, unsigned extended halfward, we are going to rotate the content of rm, and sign extended halfward is done. Next is wfe.w, this is wait for event, this is 32 bit thumb 2 instructions. Then wfi.w, that is wait for interrupt. Remember, in Cortex M3 only the two type of instructions are available, 16-bit instruction and 32-bit instructions. 16-bit instructions are known as thumb instructions, whereas 32-bit instructions are known as thumb 2 instruction with the superset. You remember, thumb 2 instruction with the superset.